Alright, response video to Pyro. Yeah, I tried a direct cam uploady thing and it failed. So, thank you YouTube for wasting my time. So, I'll figure I'd use this camera real quick. Um, Look, yeah, you're going to need to post some links because whenever I've done any research on the two slit experiments, I always find the same crap. I haven't found any variables. I haven't found any experiments where they start playing with the circumstance. And so I could just ask you, okay, what's the effect when you start moving the target, okay? So when you move the target closer to the two slits, does the pattern still contain the bars? And do the bars get, as they should, get fewer? And then eventually when you get really close to the two slits, you got no bars at all. You have no dead spaces. You just have two blurs or whatever you'd have, what you would expect. You know, intense in the middle and dull on the outside, as if two waves were being produced by the slits. So where's that? Where do I go to find that variation on the experiment? Where do I go to find a variation on the gun? I mean, what gun are they using? Why aren't they using, obviously using a gun that's a scatter gun? It's shooting photons or electrons in any old manner. And and so what happens? So you start off with this gun pointed in between the two slits. I mean, where is it pointed? How is it pointed? And is the argument that when you have one slit, is it pointed at the center of that one slit, or is it fairly? Do you just block one slit and then do the experiment again with the slit unblocked? Because maybe with one slit you'll end up with a wave pattern. You know, I mean, theoretically, is if you're focused, the gun is only if the primary target isn't the center, then yeah, you're always going to hit these stupid aberrant electrons or photons, the ones that are not coming out of the gun straight. So they obviously have a path to start with, and that's going to create more diffraction. Um, let's see, what else is there to this? There's just so many elements to this. So what's the target made out of? What's its density? You know, have you done this with circles rather than slits? I mean, there's so many questions I would do, so many ways I would variant the experiment and then figure out how these things change. And again, what are these detectors? How the hell? They just say detectors. And like I said, I looked up to research the detectors. How are they detecting without disturbing it substantially a photon or an electron? How exactly are they doing that? Because I've never heard of how it can possibly be done without ripping it to pieces or completely abolishing or annihilating its path. Um, there's so many other conclusions in the two-slit experiment. What is that nonsense? I still don't understand it. Where they track the photons and don't look at the information. What does that even mean? It sounds preposterous. So if they don't review the results, the photons continue as a wave. But if they do review them, if you look at them in real time, they hide their wave pattern. I mean, you can't figure out how that sounds like a lot of fucking nonsense. Sorry, no sale. There's a lot wrong with this experiment, and there's a lot wrong with you telling somebody that they can't use the word physics anymore because all you physicists are sold on some kind of bizarre idea. And again, don't keep mixing quantum mechanics, the math, with this quantum mechanics, the preposterous multidimensional theory crap. Because they're two different fucking things. And so you can't use the reliability of math to make an argument for your fucking 2, 5, or 10 universes or your particle going through both slits. Because quantum mechanics doesn't say anything about particles going through two slits. It doesn't do any of that shit. That's your made up shit. So don't sit there and try to fly your crap on a plane that's built out of something else. Okay, you have nothing. Quantum mechanics the math has nothing to do with the speculation that you're imposing on it, and it's just a pile of crap. So fucking stop that shit. Really, I'm not gonna have a civil you want a civil conversation when you're insulting my intelligence, telling me I can't use the word physics? Fuck you. Albert Einstein is a pretty good source, okay? I mean, so you're going to say Albert Einstein isn't a physicist anymore? He's archaic. You're going to do that insult to him and say that you have proof that Albert Einstein was misinformed and ignorant and stupid? Well, I think fuck you to that is all I got to say. He's entitled to still be called a physicist, and I'm entitled to defend and continue. I mean, not that he should have to rely on me, but somebody should be doing it. Yeah, I'm gonna continue his argument. Okay, and this is an argument that's gone back all the way to the 40s. But yeah, I'm gonna argue that yeah, you're not looking hard enough. Look harder.